so small and so curious.
It seems like they want to change activities every few minutes.
They're at play, but nothing could be more important.
Kids this age, they learn through play. Every game, every activity builds a foundation for education.
When we think of education, we think of the school years we all remember. But the years before school matter even more. The preschool years.
8. All right, let's try it again.
The first 5 years of life are full of discovery. And though some days might seem repetitive to you, for a child, there's always something new to explore.
Sometimes parents think of school as it begins in kindergarten. It really doesn't.
Having your child go into a very good early childhood program absolutely gives children a leg up. If anything, it is preparation for kindergarten.
Science tells us why. Studies show that the brain develops quickly during these first few years. And the more that you keep that brain busy, the better it will develop and be ready for school when the time comes. Simply put, busy babies become better students.
The first few years of life are very important in terms of brain development, in terms of structural development of the actual brain itself, as well as functional. So what kind of environment the child is exposed to during those early years will impact that child's intelligence as well as the child's personality later in life.
Awesome. Let's see.
Whether it's drawing, building, or even talking.
Here I am.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
It's all play to them. But these activities are actually stimulating brain development.
Kids absolutely learn fast. When they're in an environment like preschools, they'll be picking up how to play, how to make decisions, how to separate from their parents.
And it's these activities that give parents the chance to make sure their child is developmentally on track.
It's really important for parents to be aware of the fact that their kids have developmental milestones, that by certain ages, they are supposed to accomplish certain tasks and be able to do certain things.
By age 3, your child will likely learn how to feed themselves, walk upstairs with alternating feet, and by this age, they should be toilet trained during the daytime. By age 4, they will listen to stories attentively, brush their teeth, and play well with other children.
Parents need to pay attention to how their children are developing. When they start walking, when they start talking. If there are concerns about this, the District of Columbia has services available for these children.
One service that may be helpful is Early Stages, a District of Columbia Public Schools initiative. Early Stages provides screenings for children who may have developmental delays. A family coordinator identifies any learning delays your child might have and then works with your family to help address those delays. It's all geared to keeping your child on track so they don't fall further behind. No matter which path you choose for your child, it's important to know that you have options and that by enrolling your child in the right early education program, they will graduate to kindergarten ready to learn. When it comes to finding the right preschool for your child, you have a number of choices. In Washington, D.C., parents can enroll their child in quality programs such as D.C. Public Schools, D.C. Public Charter Schools, Head Start, programs in community-based organizations, licensed child care providers, or home care.
Parents have a variety of choices in D.C. that are either tuition-based or are free for their children to attend.
D.C. public schools and charter schools are publicly funded and free to D.C. residents. Head Start is also free and is funded by both D.C. and the federal government. Head Start has income eligibility requirements to support families in need of assistance.
It is definitely a very scary process. in choosing a school for a child?
Parents need to do their own homework to pick a school for their child. They can go online, they can pick up a phone and call schools. There are a lot of resources out there to help parents pick the perfect school for their child.
So now it's time to do some homework on what school is right for your child. Along with this DVD, you will find a Ready-to-Learn DC guide, which includes links to websites and resources that will help you find the right early education program for your child and your family. You can also find additional information by visiting the Ready-to-Learn website at www.readytolearndc.org. When choosing a preschool, there are a number of questions you should ask. Is it convenient to get to? What will your child be learning? Do the school hours work for your schedule? Once you've read about your options and you have a few in mind, visit the preschools you're interested in. It's important to see where your child will be spending most of his or her day. Take a tour, meet the staff, observe them in action, and ask questions.
And what about sports?
Oh, yes. Here's some information about our athletics. Basketball, soccer, volleyball. We have a wonderful...
There's many different things that parents should look for when looking for a school. Looking at the cleanliness of the building, looking at lunchtime and seeing what the school lunches are like.
Are the classrooms smaller or are they larger? Are there examples of student work displayed on the walls? Are teachers interacting with children and each other in a way that is appropriate?
These and other questions are important to ask, and the preschools are happy to answer. You can find a list of questions to ask in your Ready-to-Learn DC guide or on the Ready-to-Learn website. Once you've decided on a program, the next step is enrollment. DCPS and many charter schools have an online process to request a slot for your child. But your child is not guaranteed a slot in the preschool or pre-K of your choice.
One of the ways that parents can get their children into school in DC is through a lottery system, and that covers the public education options in DC. But just like entering a lottery when you get a ticket from a booth, you're putting your chances in there, and there's no guarantee that you'll actually get the choice that you want. So it's critically important that parents come up with a variety of options so that they have the best range of choices depending on the outcomes of those lotteries or the simple, straightforward application processes that some schools have.
I definitely recommend that parents have more than one choice in schools when going through the DC Public School Lottery. You never know what will happen in the end. The school that our son is in right now was not our #1 choice, but we are ecstatic about the outcome because it was a great fit for him.
The enrollment process for community-based organizations varies by program. To find out specific information about each school's application process, call the school or visit their website. Once your child is in preschool, it's important to stay involved. The best thing for your child is a strong preschool and a strong support system at home.
The site visit is the first step of being involved in your child's education, but it doesn't end there.
Parent engagement absolutely begins at home. Whether you ask your child what you learned in school that day or what questions did you ask, whether you go through your child's backpack, when they bring it home, you review homework, the more you're involved at home, the better off your child will be.
It's also a good idea to keep visiting the school. Meet with the teachers and show your child that you value their education. If it matters to you, it will matter to them.
And how's she doing with her numbers?
Numbers are good.
And if you have time, volunteering at the school is another great way to help your child and help the whole school.
Being involved in your child's classroom is not just great for the school, but also great for the community. You can volunteer to be a chaperone on a field trip. You can come in and eat lunch with your child. All of these experiences is what your child's going to remember.
But the most important thing you can do is make every day a learning day. Great. Even the most mundane chores can become fun and enriching.
What are those called?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. What color are these tomatoes?
Red.
Red.
It's very important to be involved in your child's education. There are things that the school is responsible for, but there's also things that the parent is responsible for. And when those two things are in alignment and working well, then the winner is the child.
Madeline is doing a great job, and I know she's gonna keep that up, right, Madeline?
Yeah.
Very good, give me some.
Every passing moment is an opportunity for your child to explore something new. Take advantage of the time you have together and help them get ready to learn. Ready to meet new friends. Ready to meet new challenges. Ready to meet your expectations.
Hey, sorry, Mia, let's see if you were paying.
This is the foundation of education. In partnership with your preschool, you can provide what it takes for your child to thrive. Time, energy, and love. Fight for Children invites you to find out more. Visit the Ready to Learn website at www.readytolearndc.org. There, you'll find information about why preschool is important, how to find and enroll in a great school, how to stay engaged in your child's education, and much more.